Te Araroa. I had already seen a lot of New Zealand on my previous trips, but my desire to discover more grew even stronger. I wanted to walk across the whole country, from Cape Reinga in the north of the North Island to Bluff in the south of the South Island. Over 3,000 kilometers on the Te Araroa trail promised to be my big adventure. Cape Reinga, the northernmost point of the North Island.
Let's go!
Normally, the trail doesn't run along the road at the beginning, but since the first part of the trail was still closed at the time, we had to walk across the road to the Te Paki stream and from there to 90 Mile Beach. "90 Mile Beach" was the first big test. What looks like a nice stroll along the beach is actually a big challenge. The scenery doesn't change for almost 100 kilometers, and the slight gradient makes it difficult for the still untrained legs. If that wasn't challenging enough, our second day saw ex-cyclone Lola sweep across the coast. The wind wiped sand into our faces and every step hurt. I knew it was going to be tough, but this tough, and right at the beginning? I simply wanted too much, and my body showed me that straight away. By the second day, I could only walk with pain. After 4 days and the first 100 kilometers, I could finally leave 90 Mile Beach behind me, and I didn't know if I could continue on the trail. After 3 days of rest, lots of cooling and some painkillers, my tendons were not much better, but the will to keep moving was too strong, so Vicky and I set off again. We spent most of the day on roads past farmland. Shortly before our camp, we reached the house of Abai and Guarantee. These two offered a delicious lunch for a small donation.
So my name is Abai, and this is my wife, Guarantee. And we've been here for about 3 years on a 7-acre piece of land. And we're trying to live a more simple, natural life. That's our purpose, our objective. To live simply so that we have more time for our spiritual practice. And it's just so nice to be close to Mother Nature, because we enjoy the lifestyle for ourselves, but in one sense it's a bit selfish that it's just good for us. So now we have this dimension of opening up the place for TA walkers to come in here and enjoy the atmosphere and have a meal with us, and we can connect with people and develop nice relationships. So we're so happy to have this new dimension, and we're feeling more fulfilled.
And the wonderful thing is we've come across so many people from across the world. And it's, and all the people that come here are just lovely.
Yes.
It's very nice,
Together with a few other TA hikers, We spent the afternoon with them before walking the last kilometer to our camp. The next morning, the next challenge was waiting for us, the Te forest. It is notorious for its mud, and in the beginning we could only imagine how exhausting it would be to make our way through the mud for 18 kilometers.
Shit.
No, everyone's here. No one's stuck in the mud and has to be like pulled out.
So Vicky, how was the first climb in Te forest?
Fun. Better than expected. Went in with the worst. Some spicy climb.
Challenging.
Not as challenging.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Even it was fun to walk through the mud in the beginning, I eventually lost my strength and my tendons started to hurt. I was so happy when I finally left the forest behind me, but the last few kilometers to the camp were so painful that I didn't know if I could carry on like that. But a few hours of sleep and a refreshment at the Mangamuka store gave me new strength, and so I continue my journey together with the others. And I was really looking forward to the next stage through the Puketi forest. The first few meters lead us through deep mud again, but a little later the trail ran through a stream for 3 kilometers. We were all a little bit nervous because our first small river crossing was waiting for us at the end of the stream.
Noch ein Stück! Lupi, geh noch ein bisschen weiter hoch.
Yeah, but what a load of adrenaline, eh?
How was it?
It was a dangerous experience, but we all survived. Yeah, it was easy, come on.
Then we made our way through the forest and past some kauri trees. And the next day, we were able to celebrate our next small milestone. We had already completed 200 kilometers. When we reached the east coast of the Northland, we sometimes had to adjust to the tides, but we didn't always manage to do it so well. Walking along a road became a routine, like drying our tents every morning. From time to time the trail has to divert it across roads because the original trail is closed or there is simply no other option. After all the difficulties in the beginning, I was finally able to enjoy the Northland with its beautiful coasts and forest areas. In the evenings at the camp, we had become a small solid group, my first trail family. Knowing that my trail family was by my side also took away my worries about the 2 estuary crossing that lays ahead of us. James, who brought us safe across the Ngurunguru River, gave us detailed instructions on how to cross the rivers.
Once you got to this point, you booked 6 kilometres. There's another 5.7 kilometres of easy, quiet Tarsila road. It's quiet because Pata has a footbridge.
As we had low tide that evening, we crossed the first one straight away. Afterwards, we met our first wonderful trail angels, Anne and Derek. They allowed us to camp in their garden. Of course, only after we had cleaned ourselves off the mud that was waiting for us after the crossing. The next morning, the 3-kilometer-long Te Araroa estuary crossing was waiting for us, which we planned to do at low tide. Finding the markers wasn't always easy, but we made it to the other side, and luckily, the water was only up to our tides at the deepest point. And of course there was mud at the end of the crossing. Unfortunately, Jonah's shortcut turned out to be not ideal, and it took him a few minutes before he could free himself from the mud again. The rest of the day remained varied, and after we had already seen Ocean Beach from Kauri Mountain, our day ended at this beautiful beach with a view of Bream Head. Of course I couldn't resist doing a little climbing to enjoy the beautiful view from Bream Head. You do have to be free from vertigo to do this. When we reached Mangawai Heads, it was our last day in Northland. The first section was finally done. Bye bye Northland and hello Auckland! But before we reached the suburb of Auckland, another forest section, our first trail magic, the next big milestone, and our first section with the kayak awaited us. As we approached Auckland, my first trail family parted ways, and from then on I was on my own for the first time. The days between Auckland and Hamilton were some of the most annoying of the entire trail. It wasn't uncommon to have to walk along roads or even the state highway or fight your way through overgrown parts. With Hamilton, I also reached the next big milestone. A quarter of the way was done, and everyone said that things would only get better from now on. Finally, I met other TA hikers again, and we were treated to a delicious dinner by Joe from Joe's Funny Farm. The next day, we continued through green hilly landscapes that made us feel like a hobbit on a long hike. That's exactly what we had imagined when we thought about walking to New Zealand, right? We continued to fight our way through overgrown parts, repeatedly passing through beautiful forests and sometimes having to cross farmland. You definitely shouldn't be afraid of cows here. When we finally reached the timber trail, we were excited to switch to bikes for this stage and celebrate a very special milestone. Kilometers began to fly by, and the sometimes difficult parts became less and less of a problem. But we were always happy when we were in civilization and could cook ourselves a proper dinner. The next morning, a big highlight of the North Island was waiting for us, the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. Here we were able to test our trail legs for the first time, as there were numbers of meters of elevation waiting for us in this breathtaking volcanic landscape. During a rest day in Wakapapa village, I met Jono and Matt from my first trail family again, not yet knowing that from now on we would walk most of the trail together.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
I'm Roger.
We're the Trail Angels from Keepers Crossing at trail marker 1191, which is right behind the Kariiki War Memorial. And why we do this is because it's our way of giving back to the fantastic hiking community who helped me, especially last year, with my recovery from an acute stroke where I couldn't speak and my walking was very limited. So I'll be eternally grateful and spoil our hikers, and I hope that when our grandkids start to travel the world, that there'll be people like us in your countries that will help my kids if they get into difficulty. Thank you.
Okay. So does anyone want to hear a love story? A love story on the TA.
With the best group I could ask for, the next highlight started. We will be canoeing on the Whanganui River for 5 days. days on the Whanganui River consisted of paddling, more eating, and occasionally trying not to go overboard, which was not always successful.
Being a pirate is all I can be. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. I am a pirate.
Hey, I'm Alex. I'm from England, Sheffield.
I am Maud. I'm from France.
My name is Anne. I'm from France.
My name is Jamie. I'm from the UK.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from northern Germany, Brunswick.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Trail name Snacks. I'm from Sweden.
My name is Pam Kennard. I'm a 69-year-old and I live in Mount Maunganui, New Zealand.
I'm Wilson from Montana in the United States.
And I'm on the TA because I love to be outside and it's a challenge for myself.
Like every time I travel, I like to find something new to make it more challenging. So 3,000 kilometers sounds like a challenge.
I started the trail because I wanted to challenge myself, and I think it's the purest way of getting to know a country when you actually get in touch with all the people, all the locals, like the trail angels, the supermarket, women's cashiers, whatever. So I just wanted to explore New Zealand.
My least favourite thing is all the shitty ass road walking and crazy diversions.
Over COVID, I'd watched some videos on people walking the TA, and so I thought, well, looks like I'm doing that, and I am.
And I was also longing to get back to the feeling of just the important things during my day to be like walking, sleeping and eating. Yeah, I just find that really nice.
It's my favourite thing. I don't really know. Yeah, I liked the volcano the other day. That was the kayaking has been pretty cool. Generally, yeah, it's a nice social group as well. So that's been pretty cool.
One of the best parts of this has been like the scenery and the location, but I think all the people you meet from all over the world, all the friendships you make, that's been some of the best parts of the TA, who you share the experience with. So I've really appreciated that.
Even thought we were happy to finally be able to walk again after 5 days of paddling, it was hard to say goodbye to our Whanganui River family, because when we arrived in Whanganui, we went our separate ways over the Christmas holidays. But before I continue my daily hiking routine, I was particularly happy that we were able to stay with Rob and George.
Ngā mihi kia koutou, katoa, kei te are mai o te video ko Rob toku ingoa, ko te kaitiaki o Te Araroa. Kauri. Hello everybody, my name is Rob and I am most people would refer to it as a trail angel, or more commonly known as a trail angel, but I am a host of the Walkers of Te Araroa. Did I say my name?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm George, I'm Rob's husband, and I joined Rob in being a kaitiaki of the Walkers on Te Araroa, and we are here in Whanganui on the North Island of New Zealand.
We've been doing this for now 10 years, and it first started for us with a random encounter with a walker doing Te Araroa along the Whanganui River Road and she was from America, and she started this whole journey for us. And over the years, we've continued to be here for the walkers. And if we can play even the smallest part in that to help them to achieve their goal, then that's our job done. It's easy for us. We stay home, look after them when they come through, feed them, help them, guide them, support them, and let them carry on and do their thing.
It's we get an awful lot out of hosting the walkers. People often say, you know, you give so much, but we don't feel as if we do. We receive so much. That is the thing. It keeps us interested in things. We meet the most fascinating people, people with objects and aims in life, and people who are here to enjoy our country, and it is really, really great for us. We have met some fantastic people over the years, and we've formed great friendships with people all around the world, and we get a lot more out of being a kaitiaki than we ever give.
You know, it's very simple for us. We are called Te Ahika. We are the firelighters, and our job is to stay home. Our job is to stay home, have the light on, maybe the candle in the window that some people may think of, that inviting light, and from that, all we have to do is feed the people, you know, and it's not that difficult. We have 75 countries' flags that we will fly for every nation who we host, so that for a brief moment maybe there is a sense of home.
We don't have to travel the world comes to us.
Yeah. And it's lovely.
Yes, it is lovely.
It's our privilege to meet the likes of you, the two of you, and everybody who's come before you, and everybody else who will come afterwards. Kua mutu te kōrero.
The next morning, it was difficult to put my backpack back onto my back. The 5 days of paddling has been my longest break from walking so far, and Rob and George really spoiled us. But full of energy for what lays ahead, I left Whanganui, and in Koitiata, the 5 of us celebrated a real little hiker trash Christmas. After the holidays, our little trail family reunited in Palmerston North, and together we set off on the next and probably most difficult stage of the North Island, the Te Araroa Range. And on the way, there we reached the halfway point, and we were able to celebrate our next big milestone. We were halfway there.
1,500 kilometers to go! Okay.
There's definitely good hiking there, but I don't know.
Oh my word!
But before we reached the Te Araroa Range, we still had to walk a few kilometers in the rain, through muddy forests and cross many small rivers. Even Juno, who tried not to get his shoes wet at the beginning, at a certain point he had to give up and accept the wet shoes.
That's understandable.
Vicky, can you please pay me 5 million?
Where they got her out of, back down through the toes. So particularly after all this rain, you actually need to just take your time.
Hello, welcome to my home.
It's a beautiful home. I'm glad to be here.
I thought it was going to be a foot one, but I think it's a screw one.
Oh, is it a screw one?
Yeah.
Make it drumstick.
Cheers with my tea.
The Te Araroa Range demanded a lot from us. The many steep ascents and descents and the slippery ground needed a lot of energy, but the beautiful views along the ridgeline made up for everything, and the mystical forests with the moss-covered trees made the section very special.
Vicky from the UK. Came out to New Zealand to hike the trail. Was actually meant to hike the PCT in the summer, and just kind of everything was against it, and was looking to change careers, have some thinking space, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to come out here, travel whilst doing that, and kind of search for some answers to some big questions, career, where I want to live. Best moment, probably starting on day one. We had everything against us, the storm was forecast, everyone was staying on in Keil, and there was a little group of us that were like, no, we're going to walk into the storm. And remember getting to the first campsite at Bluff, and was with Michael and Melly, and just pitching our tent, not eating, not talking, and the storm coming through, and that next morning just walking into the strongest winds, being pushed off line, sand in our face, and just being with these guys and just all in it together, one foot after the other, get this done. And now I look back at it as like kind of one of those hardest but best moments. So many funny stories, getting picked up off the beach, getting to is it Hakatari Lodge, and just washing the sand off, the layer of sand off the face, and being known as those wild few who walked into the storm, and being legendary 28th of October start daters. So yeah, I think that will stay as one of my top moments.
My favourite thing on trail so far is 100% the community, the people. They do everything, the hikers, the trail angels, just like the New Zealanders that you meet on the street. Yeah.
After leaving the Te Araroa range behind us, it was time to say goodbye. Jono, Matt and I had booked an earlier ferry date than Jenny and Vicky, and therefore needed to get to Wellington quicker. So we finished the North Island with 2 very long days to get to Wellington in time. And then I found myself standing at a stone that marked the end of the North Island Trail. I had completed 1,715 kilometers and still had 1,313 kilometers to go, and I was really looking forward to finally get to the South Island. We have been looking forward to leaving the North Island for a long time and finally heading to the South Island. After a quiet ferry ride, we packed a few resupply packages, which we sent to specific stations, and then we took a small boat to Ship Cove, the starting point of the trail on the South Island. We were lucky to observe a few of the very rare Hector dolphins on our crossing. The Queen Charlotte Trek, with its beautiful campsites, stunning bays and views, made the start of the South Island perfect. Before we headed into the infamous Richmond Range, we had to walk along roads and across farmland once again, before we could finally leave civilization behind us for a while. We had perfect weather for our start, and with some swimming breaks in between, even the midsummer heat was bearable. The first climb in the Richmond Range was rewarded with a beautiful sunset and was just a taste of what lays ahead of us for the next few days. Once again, we battled our way through overgrown parts and tackled one climb after another.
curry.
The
colour matches your jacket. You really have a yellow theme going on here.
Yeah, I love yellow.
Yellow clothes, yellow food, yellow canister, but a red tent.
Yeah,
It's close enough.
But yellow and orange are my favorite colors.
The days were challenging, with many ascents and descents, and sometimes rough terrain, but we had the perfect weather window on our side, which made the Richmond Range tour a true highlight for us.
I'm Bevan, originally from Auckland. I live in Hokitika, work for Doc. Reason why I'm doing the TA is for a nice physical challenge, to meet some interesting people, and I think more of a mental challenge than anything, and like a life reset. Well, yeah, I think a lot of the unknown has been why I've been interested in doing this walk, so it's been great so far.
Did you have a favorite moment so far?
Whoa, a lot of good moments so far. I think I like the Te Araroa ranges. Extremely scenic, nice and challenging, 100-kilometre winds, and then a beautiful day. But gosh, just so many amazing moments along the way, and the Richmond's going really well, so maybe this will be my favourite moment soon.
Come on! That's our wee spot for tonight.
Oh, boring!
My gosh.
Turn on or off?
name's Matt. I live in Melbourne, Australia, originally from Hamilton in New Zealand. And my trail name is 5 Bars. The reason this name was bestowed upon me was because I eat 4 muesli bars a day, sometimes 5. And one time I made a comment that on a particularly big day that it was a 5 bar day, and so that's how I got my name. The reason I'm doing the Te Araroa is, well, there are a few reasons, but one of the main ones is I grew up in New Zealand, and when I was young my parents would often take my sister and I out to the forest to walk, and I came to really love New Zealand nature. Moved to Australia when I was 12, but my heart was always still in New Zealand, and so I decided to do the Te Araroa to kind of reconnect with my home country and to see a lot more of the really beautiful nature here. And I also wanted like a really intense challenge, which the Te Araroa certainly has been so far. In terms of a favourite moment, there are so many amazing moments, it's really difficult to pick one, but I guess to pick 1 or 2, my dad was able to join me for the section from Hamilton through to Tikuiti, and we went over Mount Pirongia. So yeah, I think the walking with my dad out of Hamilton, which was where I grew up, was a really cool moment for me. And aside from that, just the meeting some really cool people and seeing beautiful places like the Araroa Ranges was a big highlight. So yeah, really loving it so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the South Island.
And it's wet. All right. See ya.
After more than a week in the backcountry, we could hardly wait to finally reach the small village of St. Arnaud. Our first resupply box awaited us there, and we enjoyed the excellent food at the Alpine Lodge, knowing that the next town was another week hike away.
Eat already 3 of Mediterranean breakfast.
Nice.
And very happy belly.
Yeah.
No oats. No oats.
Yeah.
And this is Ollie's
We're
breakfast.
happy.
A chai latte. I guess all the food we need to get through Nelson Lakes.
Unfortunately, our luck with the weather deserted us. I was particularly looking forward to the next stage. Nelson Lake National Park is said to be an absolute scenic highlight of the trail. On the first day we were completely soaked, but luckily we were able to sleep in a hut and warm ourselves up there. had rained so much that the trail itself looked more like a stream than a path the next day. Even in the rainy weather, the scenery was beautiful. On the way to Traverse Saddle, we reached the 2,000 kilometer mark. We had already covered 2,000 kilometers and just 1,000 more lay ahead of us. At the heart of Nelson Lake National Park, you will find Blue Lake. It is considered the clearest lake in the world and a sacred place for the Maori people. A short while later, we reached beautiful Lake Constance, nestled between the impressive mountains of the national park. One scenic highlight followed another, and even though the infamous Waiu Pass still lays ahead of us, this was already my absolute favorite day on the trail. Due to the heavy rain during the night, the currents in the rivers became so strong that they became our toughest and most dangerous test on the trail. In retrospect, it probably would have been wiser to wait until the currents got less. I was grateful to have Matt by my side at that moment, guiding us all safely through every river that day. After the St. James Walkway, only 2 river crossings separated us from our well-deserved rest day in Hamner Springs. This was not only our first rest day on the South Island, but also Jono's and my double trail birthday. As we left Hamner Springs after our rest day, the first stage in Canterbury begins. After the nerve-wracking river crossings of the last stage, we were more than happy to have some bridges waiting for us at the beginning of this stage.
You don't believe me? I did.
I'm sure you did. But I think this is better.
Boring.
What do you mean boring? That was so much more effort than going underneath.
For the first 2 days, our little trail family was separated until Ollie and Matt joined us again on the evening of the second day. Since it had rained heavily again, we took it slower this time to avoid the rivers further along the stage becoming our downfall. This also gave us enough time for a quick dip in a natural hot spring along the trail. And even though there were bridges on this stage at the beginning, some of them took some getting used to.
Hi there, my name is Jonathan. I am from Brisbane, Australia. My trail name is Dad Jokes. There's no real story behind that. I just tell a lot of really dumb jokes. And the reason why I came out here and to do Te Araroa is because I was studying at university. I didn't see the appeal of, going straight out of university straight into work. So I took it a bit easy for the last couple of years of my degree. Got this 6 month period between end of uni, got the 6 month period between the end of uni and the start of work, and I started planning this thing. And for 2 years I planned this thing, booked it over, and just every day it became real. And now I am to this 100 k's in, and it has been the most incredible adventure of my life. My favorite moment so far would have to be in the Te Araroas. So on the North Island, I wore boots, not trail runners. I didn't want to get them wet. So on one of the rivers over there, before I could even take them off, I was with my friend Matt, and he couldn't be bothered waiting for me, so he just picked me up and carried me over the river. And that's probably been one of my favourite moments so far.
Although the rivers were finally passable again, it was still good that we could support each other during the crossings. Our camping idyll in the backcountry was almost perfect, if it weren't for those annoying sandflies. The next morning, the trail ran along the Deception River, and we spotted 2 rare waio. A little later, the trail repeatedly led us through the river, and at times we even had to climb over large rocks. One thing is for sure, it never gets boring on the Te Araroa. quickly accepted that there was no day on trail where we don't get wet feet. Only one of us didn't want to accept it and always tried to keep his feet dry. We slowly approached the Rakaya River, one of the two large expansive rivers that interrupt the trail on the South Island. Since it's too dangerous to cross it, we had to shuttle around it, but not before immortalizing ourselves on New Zealand's largest trail marker at the Powerhouse Lodge. We had to cross a river back and forth more than 70 times that day before we found ourselves in the golden tussock hills of the backcountry. This is exactly what I imagine walking to New Zealand would look like. When we reached Rangitata River, the trail interrupted for the second time and we shuttled around the mighty river. Whenever possible, we changed our tents for a night in one of the rustic backcountry huts. Sometimes someone would unwrap a little surprise for the group.
So what my man did, he bought a bar of Whittaker's milk chocolate, melted it down, added milk and water, and made hot chocolate.
We reached Stag Saddle, the highest point on the Te Araroa, in perfect weather. We could see all the way to Lake Tekapo, and the panorama left us speechless.
I'm not sure I like your chances.
They are very high.
Really?
Of course. I'm the only hiker here, buddy.
But you're hitching the wrong way.
Oh.
Tekapo's that way. You want to be on the other side of the road.
Oh fuck, I'm not in Europe. Oh damn it, that's the reason.
I mean, if you want to go to the ski field, you're on the right side.
Oh. Nobody told me. How do a wallaby?
Whether it was too much sun or too much time spent in the backcountry, it was definitely time to get back to civilization. In Tekapo, we had the opportunity to cycle the next stage on the Alps to Ocean cycle path. A welcome change of pace that we couldn't pass up, especially since walking along the channel would have been quite boring. But cycling is a lot of fun, and in the perfect weather we were even able to see Mount Cook from a distance. It's New Zealand's highest mountain. We rode our bikes to Lake Oha Lodge, where we took a day off before heading back to the trail. Now the Ahuriri River lays before us, the last Mayo river that can be crossed under good conditions. Despite the rain the day before, we were lucky because the previous days had been dry, so the water level was low and we were able to cross it without any problems. We set up camp right after the river, and even though we still had almost 500 kilometers ahead of us, I know this was one of the things I would miss most, our wild camping spots in the New Zealand backcountry. In New Zealand there's a mountain called Melina, and coincidentally there's an alternative route on the Te Araroa that takes you right past it. Of course I couldn't resist taking it. Besides seeing my mountain, also the panoramic view on the high route was breathtaking. The route along the Timaru River repeatedly took us to the river or along steep and narrow trails along the river. A typical combination of trails for the Te Araroa. Would be too easy to have a normal trail.
That's a bit ridiculous, but oh well. I guess I'll go do that.
Mountain garden, your natural habitat.
Oh yeah.
Our day ended at the top of Breast Hill with a beautiful sunset overlooking Lake Havea. From Wanaka, two good friends accompanied my trail family and me on the leg to Queenstown. Of course, Matt couldn't resist surprising us with a chocolate fondue on the first evening.
And that was sexy in your mouth.
Just as he couldn't resist soaring my shoes again, so they will hopefully make it to Bluff. We had lovingly named them Frankenstein. friends got almost a complete TA experience on the stage, from overgrown path to steep climbs, breathtaking views, parts to rivers, and the annoying walking along a road. The route to Queenstown had it all. Only the mud and farmland were missing. We were very lucky that we were able to slack pack the last day because Jono's family took our backpacks from Arrowtown to Queenstown. Arriving in Queenstown, we had a slightly exhilarating feeling. This adventure was coming to an end, and we could hardly wait to begin the final leg. Our final stage began on the Queenstown track. Many claimed that the best part would be over after Queenstown. Fortunately, that wasn't the case at all, and since our expectations weren't that high, we were able to enjoy it even more.
Hi, my name is Olli. I'm from Switzerland and my trail name is Back and Forth. I got this trail name because I always run back and forth. Why I do this trail? I just do the South Island and I had some couple times off and I really wanted to enjoy this nice country. I was for 12 years already here and I really fall in love. And it's summer, and my favorite moment on trail was directly after Stag Saddle. I forgot the mountain, but it's just a stunning view of over there. It's just awesome.
Hi, my name's Sam. I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand. The reason I'm walking the TA is just to have a better understanding of the land that I was born and just have a better appreciation for this country. And I've definitely got that. I mean, we're about a week away from Bluff and it's just been an amazing experience overall. And I think my favourite memory has been just the small things that involve the community. So I can't really pinpoint one because there's been so many, but yeah, I think what I'm going to miss most will be the community and waking up in a tent. I love my tent. And yeah, it's been great. Over to Sophie.
Hello, I'm Sophie and I'm from London. I'm hiking the TA because I basically just became obsessed with this idea of doing a through hike because it's just like a crazy concept that you can go by foot from one end of a country to the next. And I think it's one of those things where you often say like, oh, I'll do that one day. And then, yeah, I think you've just got to actually do it rather than just have it as an idea. So my favourite memory, or there have been so many, like in the north, my favourite memory was I met this old lady in a cafe. She was like in her 90s, and I told her about how I was doing this through hike and sleeping in my tent, and she invited me to her house and like spent the whole night knitting me a pair of socks because I told her that my feet get cold in my tent. So yeah, like the north was all about community, but then the south has been like, just like, I just love the landscape. Like, you just feel dwarfed, like you look around and everything is so big and suddenly nothing really matters. Yeah, so that's kind of what I like about doing the through hike.
I'll stop moving. Yeah. You'll fall over. You won't be able to get up.
Doesn't matter, I will roll you to Bluff.
No! I do so much mud!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Roll to Bluff.
Your trail name is changing afterwards to Burrito. Burrito!
Yeah.
The last week on the trail began, and it was a roller coaster of emotions. On one hand, we were all fed up with muddy, swampy, poorly marked and overgrown trails. We were tired. Our bodies were tired. And really, we just wanted to finally arrive in Bluff. But then there were those many last times, like the last mountain peak on the trail, those moments with our little trail family and the other hikers. The more I thought about this life on trail soon being over, the more melancholy I became.
Hi, I'm Destroyer. This is my messy mess just here. I'm from Australia, and I'm hiking the TA because I love hiking, although this has been definitely the most challenging hike I've done. I think my highlight of the trip has been the Stag Saddle Day and the Wayu Pass Day and the Mount Rintoul Day. Yeah, I tried to do the TA back in 2020, but COVID kind of destroyed that dream, so here I am now.
It ends as it began in the north, and for us that meant we had to once navigate again through a notorious mud forest, Longwood Forest. A beautiful mystical forest, but here the mud reached a whole new level.
Whee!
You just have to accept it, and so we started having fun by jumping in all the mud holes. Unexpected, but no one lost a shoe that day in the mud.
I'm sleepy. Do you need help? After a long day in the mud, we finally reached Martin's hut, our last hut on the trail. Nice, it's freshly filled up.
What?
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Cheers. Hi, I'm Melly. I'm from Germany. And I wanted to hike the TA because I started with multi-day hiking and really liked it. So I want to experience what it is to be on a through hike or a long distance hike. And I really love New Zealand, and I was like, this hike will maybe bring me to places I've never been before in New Zealand. So yeah, I wanted to do a through hike in New Zealand. That's why I did choose Te Araroa. And it's hard to choose one favorite moment. There were a few. I think the first day in the new year up in Te Araroa was really beautiful, being up in the mountain range with the beautiful magical forest in the Te Araroa range. And also Waiu Pass and Stake Saddle were some of my favorite moments, landscape-wise, on trail. And my other highlight was all about the people I met on trail.
And then, for the first time since the Queen Charlotte trek at the beginning of the South Island, we saw the sea again. An endless beach stretched before us, and for a brief moment I felt transported back to the beginning, to the endless 90-mile beach, the aching tendons and the fear that the dream would be over just after a few days on trail, and whether I'd even make it to Bluff. And suddenly it was there, the last day on the trail and only 41 kilometers separating us from Bluff. It has been over 4 months since I started at Cape Reinga. So much had happened in the more than 3,000 kilometers from there to here. I had seen the most beautiful and magical places. I reached my personal limits and grown beyond myself. Complete strangers opened their home to give us a place to stay and cooked for us. People who were previously strangers to me became friends, became family. We supported each other and shared the best and worst moments together. As Sophie said, the Te Araroa is a unique place where everyone can be their authentic self. A place where there's no judgment. A place where your background, your age, your profession are not important. The only thing that matters is the shared goal of reaching Bluff. And here we are. 4 months later, only a few kilometers separated us from our goal.
I
How do you feel?
have no thoughts. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling right now.
Okay. How do you feel, Ollie?
I'm almost there!
What about you, Matt? How do you feel? 8 more kilometers to go.
Yeah, afraid a little bit, sad, but also proud. And yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's just a big mix of things. We'll see when we get to the finish.
What's about to? 8 more kilometers.
8 more kilometers! Excited?
And
more excited?
woohoo! There we are!
Nicht so schnell.
Hold it again. Let's wrap it in the middle, please. Come on, go! Made it! Hell yeah, we're here! Ja, nochmal. Oh, yes! Of course you're here as well. Ah, thank you.
How you feel now?
A bit sticky. So I just had a bunch of champagne spread all over me. But also, oh no! Oh, what's he doing?
Ooh, he's doing a shoey!
I'm not telling you about that.
So, how are you feel, Jonah?
Well, a bit sticky because I just had a bunch of champagne spread all over me. But it's a mixture of sadness, relief, accomplishments, and just contentment with what I've done. It's I'm shocked that I've made it here, honestly. But I have.
Ali.
I'm just preparing me to go up north again. Because my trail name is Back and Forth.
How do you feel after finishing the TA? The South Islands.
The South Island, but it's just awesome. It's done. I can cry. It's so much emotional and I cannot explain. You have to feel it, you have to do it, and then you know exactly what I mean.
How do you feel, Matt, now?
I think it's still sinking in, but I feel so proud and elated, and I came here to
reconnect with my home, which is New Zealand. And as I was walking down the hill towards the sign, I realized that I've done that, and I came here to do. I did what I came here to do, and it's an amazing feeling. Yeah, it's great. So you've just finished. How are you feeling?
What? It's unreal. I don't know. It's an incredible feeling that I walked the whole country. I was a bit sad, but super proud that I made it as a AFI. And yeah, it take a while to realize what we have done.
I have thought a lot about what it will be like. How does it feel to carry everything you need for life on your back for several kilometers every day? How does it feel when your small tent becomes your home for weeks and months? How does it feel to hike to the New Zealand backcountry in wind and weather? How does it feel when you reach your personal limits? How does it feel when you reduce your life to the basics? And no matter what I had imagined beforehand, the reality was completely different, much better and also much harder than I thought. But as so often happens, life writes the best stories, and that was mine, my great adventure on the Te Araroa. And the best part of the story? As the Maori would say, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It's the people, it's the people, it's the people.
Well, Matthew, I can collect some.
No pocket.
I'm a bush kiwi.
Washing a smelly hiker.
I'll come down now.
Spin it. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. And this way.
It was the maths. Juno, how do you feel? 8 kilometers left.
Chicken nuggets.
3, 2, 1.
So that's the race competition. TA, roll down. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, almost accident. Oh, that one close. Well, Melly was already down, and now look at them. Both are kind of super drunken. Come on, stand up, stand up. Melly, come on, stand up.
That's your There you are!
And even Frankenstein made it to Bluff.